I'm trying something totally different this time. So let's hope this works. I'm not quite sure how to see if I've got anyone talking or joining this. So I think I'm just going to go with the flow for right now. So really what I'm wanting to touch base on is everything that's going on with Kegan Kline these days. We have his see, I'm not even at it. We have his interview back in August when it was first taken. The whole thing has been released to the public. So of course Kegan Kline is the one that's in jail right now for CP, and he is the last fellow who talked to Libby, by the looks of things, on her I think she was using one of the platforms anyways. And just strangely enough, he ends up where he's the last person to talk to her. He's got all of this stuff on his phones. But where basically the twist comes in is his dad is also the same kind of creepy guy as Kegan is. Now, his dad's name is Tony. And, you know, he's kind of getting thrown under the bus a little bit. So it says Kline was charged August 29th, 2020 with 30 counts, including CP and possession of CP and obstruction of justice. So these basically stem from charges in Indiana back in February of 2017. So that's only 11 days after they found Libby and Abby the way they did. So, you know, there's that famous picture of everybody out there that everybody's seen, and it's, of course, BG standing on the hill, on the tracks. But, you know, I put that picture against Tony, and then I put it against his son Kegan, and honestly, I still think it's Kegan that is the match. That kid never has his hands out of his pockets. I've never once seen his dad with his hands in his pockets. I know it seems like a minor thing, but to me, it's just like a red flag. His dad has also got different posturing than Kegan does, so I'm not sure. I still am looking pretty hard at Kegan. But then are they both involved? I think they're both sick and twisted enough to actually be involved. So, you know, Libby was not a tiny person. She had strength behind her, and her and Abby were both involved in all sorts of physical activities. Unless BG has a gun, I'm not sure how he would actually be able to control those two girls. I mean, maybe, but I just think there's two of them. And like I say, to me, everything points to Kegan. You know, this Anthony Shots profile that was used, that goes back to that model. Well, Anthony Shots was the last person, as we know, to talk to Libby. But as well, it looks like it was going in and out of two different phones, or maybe a computer and a phone, but two different devices. So again, I'm not too sure. Kegan had an iPhone 5. Hello, I wondered if that stuff would show up. Nice to see you. I've never done it this way before, so I'm trying. Being a mountain person, you don't get very good internet. So I'm trying this through my phone for the first time, but very happy to see you. So I'm kind of talking about Kegan Kline And, him versus his dad, Tony, and posturing. And I was kind of mentioning that Kegan always has his hands in his pockets. And his dad never does. The posturing, like I said, is totally different. Even the short neck. I watched an interview with somebody that it was a female that Kegan had approached, and when that's another story. But she said the voice is Kegan's voice. So when I kind of put Kegan versus Bridge Guy, it's kind of what I'm seeing as well, or hearing, I guess. I think Kegan sounds like him. So I don't know exactly. I mean, they've got Kegan behind bars for a while, so they can do a good investigation. He's not going anywhere. He's not hurting anyone. But his dad is still kind of wandering around there, and I consider that a concern. So the press release back in December 6th is when Anthony Schott's name came out, and when the press release did not have Kegan as a person of interest, a person didn't quite know what to do, because they talked to him not long after this all happened. They interrogated him. They had made the correlation by the IP to his house. Now, he was in touch with a lot of younger girls and was asking them for explicit pictures and asking them to meet up. The one girl that I was talking about a few minutes ago, she thought she was meeting Anthony Schatz, and then it ended up being Kegan. But she was uncomfortable enough that she also took a friend, and he lost it. He started talking about doing things to her and letting her bleed out, and like lost it. Not a stable individual in any way, shape, or form. And as far as his Vegas trips, they were not anywhere near the time. He was around Delphi. That excuse has been it's not the truth. They found the actual truth of him being where he was, when he was there, when he was in Vegas, when he wasn't in Vegas. So that's wiped out for him. So it's been nearly 5 years. And, it's been over 5 years, right? So I'm seeing here between 2017, 2020, when he was charged and incarcerated for CP. Yeah, and in June 2020, when they kind of made the correlations, they ultimately went and picked him up. There's just so many strange little pieces of information that you're not quite sure how this can happen or how that can happen. But they have put those two cell phones absolutely together with Libby's account and Kegan's account. So they both did something interesting. They both did factory resets. So again, I don't know. I don't know if they can being it's an iPhone, I don't know how much they can get out of it. So July 2017 is when the first sketch came out. Now that doesn't look anything like Kegan. And for some reason they say that to totally disregard that, and that Kegan should not be compared to that photo, to eliminate it, that the second sketch that they put out was actually the one that they believe was more accurate. Now, I can see that. The sketch has got like a long neck, and Kegan's kind of like a turtle. But that is the one that they want us to follow, the one that was released in April 22nd, 2019, and disregard the February 2017. Now we know that they did add the, let's see here. They did add that little extra clip with Bridge Guy. And I don't know, you guys kind of test it yourself. Listen to him and then listen to Bridge Guy. I think they sound way too familiar. Yeah. They're also saying that Libby did capture on her cell phone stuff when, as they put it, the unthinkable happened. This is sad. But you know what? I think things are really starting to stack up against those two men. So I'd love to hear what you guys say in the comments. Like I said, this is my first attempt at doing a live this way, so hopefully it's all coming through nice and clear, and I won't be able to tell until I double check. So basically that's all I really wanted to touch base on with Kegan. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on Tony versus Kegan, or if you think it was both Tony and Kegan, or do you think it's somebody totally different? I mean, my brain, it's just my thoughts, are Kegan Kline. You know, as far as his dad, I believe in my heart that he was there. But again, my opinions, I've never read that to be positively stated. So we do know that the Kline home was really close to where the girls were found, and they knew that area very well. So yeah, for now, I'm probably just going to leave it there so I can go through it and see how bad I did. I'm joking. See how it did. I don't know how the feed came through. I'm really hoping it did its things. So thanks, you guys, for coming along. Thank you, my friend, for being here. And I'm going to say cheers for now. Try and figure out how to do this. Okay. Cheers for now. I'm trying.